I witnessed a millionaire family implode over one epic snub. I was trimming the bougainvillea by the infinity pool when the Gulf Stream jet roared overhead, touching down behind the Malibu cliffs. That was Scott, the son of the billionaire family I work for, rolling back into their $30 million mansion after 3 years in Dubai. NGL, I figured it'd be some hallmark moment, tears, hugs, maybe a bottle of Cristal popped by the koi pond. Nope. Scott pulled up in an Uber solo, rocking a Gucci suit, dragging his Louis Vuitton luggage to the gate. Nobody came out to greet him. Not a soul. I was sweeping the driveway, catching the whole thing. The family was inside, setting up for a lavish welcome back bash, caviar, truffle hors d'oeuvres, a string quartet, playing Vivaldi. But when Scott stepped into the marble foyer, it was like he was invisible. I was hauling planters nearby when I heard Vanessa, his aunt, sneer. "Oh, Scott, you finally crawled back? Don't expect us to roll out the red carpet." His brother Mitchell, lounging in a Tom Ford blazer, scoffed. "Why'd you even show up? Nobody asked you to come." Their mom, Chelsea, dripping in Chanel, muttered, "Just don't wreck the vibe tonight, Scott." I saw his jaw tighten, but he just smirked and said, "Chill, I won't make this mistake twice." A month later, I overheard him plotting something that's got the whole family in a tailspin. Phones are blowing up, and trust me, this is just the start. What would you do if your own blood treated you like dirt? Drop your take in the comments. This is some wild Reddit-level drama. I've been tending the gardens at this billionaire family's Malibu estate for 6 years. Think perfectly manicured hedges, rare orchids, and a fountain that probably costs more than my truck. These folks are loaded. Private jets, yacht parties, closets stuffed with Prada and Rolexes. But their drama's messier than a Real Housewives reunion. Scott, the son, had been gone for 3 years, building some crypto empire in Dubai. The family never let it go, always griping he ditched them for a fancy global life. I'd overhear Chelsea, his mom, whining to Vanessa, the aunt, over martinis by the pool. "Scott thinks he's too good for us now." No FaceTime, no calls, just snarky texts in their family chat, and the occasional meme from his sister Lindsay, the only one who seems halfway decent. Scott came back for his dad Trevor's 60th birthday bash, expecting a warm welcome. I was pruning palms when he rolled up in an Uber, decked out in Gucci, hauling Louis Vuitton bags. Nobody met him at the gate. Inside, the mansion was decked out, caterers serving Wagyu sliders, a custom Baccarat chandelier glowing. But the vibe? Ice cold. I was moving some planters when Vanessa snapped, "Scott, you always were selfish, running off like that." Mitchell, his brother, chimed in, "What, you thought we'd throw you a parade?" Chelsea just sighed, "Don't ruin your father's day." I saw they'd set the table for everyone but Scott, no chair, no plate, nada. He stood there awkward, while they sipped Chateau Petrus like he wasn't even in the room. Lindsay offered him a spot next to her, but was crammed with cousins. I overheard Scott mutter to her, "I thought they'd at least pretend to care." Later, I caught him in the guest house, staring at his phone, looking gut-punched. I kept my mouth shut, but damn, that hit hard. Anyone out there get why he'd feel screwed over? Drop it in the comments. This Reddit-style tea is just getting started. A few days after the birthday disaster, I was skimming leaves from the infinity pool when Scott plopped down at the outdoor bar, his MacBook open, looking pissed. He showed me the family's group chat, same one they barely used to talk to him while he was in Dubai. Now it was blowing up. Vanessa, the aunt, fired off a text. "Scott, since you're back, fix the Dropbox. I can't find my vineyard contracts." Mitchell, his brother, piled on, "Yeah, and sort out Dad's tax portal. It's a mess." Not one word about how they'd iced him out at the party. No apology, just demands. I kept my head down, cleaning the pool jets, but I heard Scott mutter, "They think I'm their damn IT guy." He showed me another text from Chelsea, his mom. "Scott, stop being dramatic and step up for once." I saw his knuckles whiten around his phone, but he typed back, "No apology, no help. Done." I've been around this billionaire family long enough to know Scott's their fixer. For years, he's been bailing them out from across the globe, resetting passwords, organizing their trust documents, saving their asses from late fees on their yacht club dues or vineyard taxes. All while they bitched about him, abandoning them for Dubai. I was trimming the hibiscus when Lindsay, his sister, the only one who doesn't act like she's above everyone, slipped me a coffee and said, "Scott's done with their crap." Can't blame him. She told me the family's been leaning on him forever. Vanessa's winery filings, Trevor's offshore account logins, even Mitchell's crypto wallet screw-ups. Scott's the one who kept their $50 million empire from crumbling. That day, I caught him downloading a ton of files from their shared Dropbox onto an external drive. His face was stone cold, like a man with a plan. I asked, "You good?" He just smirked and said, "They're about to learn what happens when I'm not their errand boy." Vanessa kept spamming him about some locked bank portal. He left her on read. Mitchell sent a voice note, "Be a man, Scott, don't screw us over." Chelsea emailed, "You're letting the family down." Scott didn't flinch. I could tell he was done playing their game. Lindsay whispered to me later, "They don't even realize how much they need him." I kept watering the roses, but I knew shit was about to hit the fan. You ever see a family take someone for granted like that? Hit the comments with your stories. This Reddit-level drama's about to get wilder. I was shaping the topiary near the mansion's glass-walled lounge when I noticed Scott had gone full-on war mode. He was sprawled on a teak deck chair, hammering away on his MacBook, AirPods in, looking like he was plotting a coup. The vibe was different, no more slumped shoulders, just this quiet, lethal focus. I was clipping hedges when he waved me over, showing me a spreadsheet of the billionaire family's financials. "They don't even know how screwed they'd be without me," he said, voice low. His plan? Stop being their savior. No more fixing their messes, no more saving their $50 million empire from their own incompetence. NGL, it was like watching a guy cut the strings on a puppet show. Scott laid it out. For years, he'd been their unofficial CFO from Dubai. He managed their trust accounts, sorted their Dropbox chaos, reset passwords for Trevor's offshore banks, even bailed Vanessa out of tax audits for her Napa vineyard. All while they trashed him for ditching the family. Now they'd crossed a line at that birthday bash, and he was done. "They want me to be their errand boy." Fine. "Let's see how they handle life without one," he told me, sipping a La Colombe cold brew. His first move was radio silence. Vanessa had been blowing up his phone, begging for the login to some winery banking portal. He ghosted her. Mitchell sent a text, "Yo, Scott, unlock Dad's tax account. It's urgent." Left on read. Chelsea, his mom, emailed, "Scott, grow up and help your family." He blocked her number right there, showing me the screen with a smirk. I kept raking leaves, but I caught Lindsay, his sister, watching from the patio. She's the only one in this family who doesn't act like they own the sun. She slid me a smoothie and said, "Scott's not bluffing this time. They're gonna crash and burn." She told me the family's clueless about their own finances. Vanessa can't find her contracts. Trevor's locked out of his accounts. Mitchell's crypto deals are tanking without Scott's tech skills. Scott's leverage? He's the gatekeeper to their trust, the one who signs off on their annual payouts. Without him, their cash flow's frozen. I saw him email their lawyer, CCing the whole family. "No signature until I get apologies for the party. Your move." Later, I was hosing down the driveway when Vanessa's Porsche screeched up. She stormed toward the guest house, screaming, "Scott, you can't do this." He leaned out, calm as hell, and said, "You made it clear I'm not family. So why should I help?" She threw her hands up and peeled out, nearly clipping the fountain. Mitchell tried next, sending a voice note, "Be a man, Scott. Don't tank us over your ego." Scott played it for me, laughing. "Ego? They're the ones who forgot my damn chair." Lindsay told me the family's starting to panic, meetings with accountants, frantic calls to their bank. But nobody's saying sorry. They think Scott will cave. I kept my mouth shut, but I've seen enough to know this family's been using Scott like a doormat. He's not just ghosting them, he's letting their world unravel. I asked him, "You sure about this?" He nodded, eyes hard. "They wanted me gone. They got it." I went back to pruning roses, but damn, the tension's thicker than the fog rolling off the Pacific. This ain't just a family fight, it's a full-on implosion. You ever cut ties with people who took you for granted? Spill your tea in the comments. This Reddit-style saga's about to get crazier. I was scrubbing algae off the marble fountain when Vanessa's Porsche roared into the driveway, tires squealing like she was auditioning for a Fast and Furious cameo. She stormed into the mansion's guest wing, where Scott was holed up, and I could hear her through the open windows, laying into him. "You're tearing this family apart, Scott. Fix the damn trust papers and stop this nonsense," she yelled, her Hermes bag swinging like a weapon. Scott, cool as ice, shot back, "You set the tone at that birthday party. Live with it." I kept hosing down the stonework, but the air was electric. Vanessa poked his chest, screaming, "You owe us for everything we've done." Scott didn't flinch, just pushed her hand away and said, "I don't owe you shit." She stormed out, nearly knocking over a $10,000 orchid pot, muttering about ungrateful brats. I caught Scott's eye. He just shook his head, like he'd seen it coming. The billionaire family was in full panic mode now. I was raking gravel paths when Mitchell, his brother, tried his shot. He cornered Scott by the pool, rocking a Balenciaga hoodie, and went, "Look man, I know you're pissed, but don't screw us over. Just unlock Dad's accounts." Scott smirked. "You said I wasn't wanted. Why beg now?" Mitchell's face went red, and he stomped off, texting furiously. Chelsea, their mom, pulled the guilt card next. I overheard her call Scott from the veranda, voice all soft. "Scott, honey, we're family. You can't let us fall apart like this." He hung up and showed me the call log, blocked her number right then. NGL, it was savage. I was trimming palms when Lindsay, the sister who's actually chill, slipped me a sparkling water and said, "They're trying to wear him down, but Scott's not budging." She showed me a text from Trevor, their dad. "Scott's holding the family hostage. Be a man." Lindsay rolled her eyes. "They're too proud to apologize." I saw the family's group chat blowing up, screenshots Lindsay shared while I was replanting ferns. Vanessa was whining about her vineyard's tax portal being locked. Mitchell blamed Scott for a botched crypto deal. Trevor posted on Instagram some cryptic shit about loyalty over ego, clearly aimed at Scott. They even dragged Lindsay into it, texting her to talk sense into him. She told me, "I'm staying out of it. They dug this hole." I nodded, keeping my thoughts to myself, but damn, it was like watching a soap opera in a $30 million mansion. Scott showed me an email he sent to their lawyer. No signatures, no fixes, no nothing until they own up to that party. He CC'd the whole family. Bold move. Vanessa showed up again the next day, banging on the guest house door yelling, "You'll regret this, Scott." He didn't even open it. I was sweeping the patio, pretending not to notice, but I heard her tires screech as she peeled out. The family's empire was wobbling. Trust payouts frozen, accounts locked, deadlines missed. They thought Scott would cave under pressure, but he was playing chess while they were throwing tantrums. Lindsay said they're starting to turn on each other, blaming Vanessa for sloppy records, Mitchell for being useless. I asked Scott, "You think they'll crack?" He just grinned. "They're already cracking." I went back to watering the roses, but FR, this is next-level chaos. Ever had someone try to guilt trip you into fixing their mess? Drop your stories in the comments. This Reddit-style drama's about to explode. I was polishing the stone lanterns by the koi pond when the mansion went quiet. No more clinking glasses or heated arguments echoing from the dining hall. Scott's plan had hit its peak, and the billionaire family was feeling the burn. He'd gone full ghost mode, refusing to lift a finger. No more fixing their Dropbox, no unlocking Trevor's bank portals, no signing trust papers. I saw him email their lawyer from the guest house. No apologies, no signatures. All requests go through legal now. He CC'd every family member savage. I was sweeping the terrace when Vanessa's scream nearly shattered the glass doors. "Scott, you're ruining us." He didn't even look up from his MacBook. Lindsay, the only sane one, slipped me a Coke and said, "It's chaos. They're drowning without him." The trust payouts. Frozen. Vanessa's winery got slapped with a $50,000 tax fine. Mitchell's crypto deal tanked without Scott's tech magic. Chelsea got a letter from the HOA threatening liens on their $30 million estate. I overheard Trevor muttering, "Scott's always been a selfish prick." I kept my mouth shut, but FR, they brought this on themselves. Scott told me, "I'm not out for revenge. I'm just done being their doormat." He'd moved to the Four Seasons, leaving the family to stew. Lindsay said they're too proud to apologize, but the cracks were showing. I saw Mitchell storm out, cursing about lost deals. Vanessa's Porsche hasn't left the garage in days. Scott's face was calm, like a weight had lifted. I asked, "You good with this?" He nodded. "They wanted me gone. They got it." The empire's wobbling, and Scott's holding the line. Ever stood your ground against people who used you? I was aerating the lawn near the mansion's tennis court when Lindsay jogged over, phone in hand, looking stressed. "It's a total shit show now," she said, showing me the billionaire family's group chat. Scott's hardline stance, no help, no signatures, had sent their empire into a tailspin. A month in, and they're imploding. Vanessa's winery got hit with another $75,000 fine for missing tax filings. Mitchell, the brother, somehow deleted half his crypto contracts from Dropbox, then spammed Scott with all-caps texts, "Fix this or I'm screwed." Scott left him on read. Chelsea, their mom, called Scott, begging him to unlock Trevor's bank portal. He blocked her. I saw the call log when he showed me, smirking. "NGL, it's brutal." Lindsay, the only one with a shred of sense, told me the family's turning on each other. Vanessa's blaming Trevor for not backing up files. Mitchell's yelling at Vanessa for ruining his deals. Trevor posted some vague Instagram story about family betrayal, obviously shading Scott. I was pruning bougainvillea when Vanessa's Porsche screeched up. She barged into the Four Seasons where Scott's staying, screaming in the lobby, "You're destroying us." Scott just said, "You destroyed us first." I heard it from a valet I know. Lindsay showed me Scott's email to their lawyer. No trust signatures without apologies. Period. The payouts are delayed, and the family's cash-strapped. Chelsea's HOA sent another lien notice for their $30 million estate. I overheard Trevor muttering, "Scott's gonna regret this." But Scott, he's calm, chilling at the hotel bar. I asked, "You think they'll cave?" He grinned, "They're already cracking." Lindsay says they're too stubborn to say sorry, but the chaos is real. Ever seen a family fall apart like this? Spill your tea in the comments. This Reddit-style saga's getting wilder. I was mulching the rose beds by the mansion's glass atrium when Lindsay ran up, eyes wide, phone buzzing like crazy. "It's over," she said. The billionaire family's meltdown hit DEFCON 1. Scott's refusal to budge, no signatures, no fixes, had their $50 million empire in shambles. Vanessa's winery got slapped with a $100,000 fine, her contracts lost in Dropbox chaos. Mitchell's crypto venture tanked, and he's screaming in the group chat, "Scott, you ruined me." Chelsea's HOA sent a final notice, pay up or lose the $30 million estate. Trevor's Instagram's now a pity party, posting about broken legacies. I saw screenshots Lindsay shared, they're ripping each other apart. Vanessa's threatening to sue Mitchell for mismanaging files. Mitchell blames Chelsea for not stepping up. Nobody's apologizing to Scott. I was hosing the driveway when Lindsay told me Scott's done. He emailed the lawyer, "I'm out." No signatures, no contact, nothing without written apologies. He CC'd the whole family and booked a jet back to Dubai. Vanessa showed up at his Four Seasons suite, banging on the door, yelling, "You're killing us." Scott didn't open it. Lindsay said Chelsea called her, crying, "We might lose everything." Even Trevor tried, texting Scott, "You win. Happy now?" "No sorry, just blame." Scott showed me the message, shrugged, and said, "They made their bed." Lindsay met me by the pool, said, "They're mad because Scott's free. He was their crutch, and they hate him for it." I nodded, but FR, they burned that bridge at the birthday bash. Scott's gone, and the family's stuck, trust frozen, fines piling up, no one to fix their mess. I saw him leave in an Uber, calm like a weight was gone. They thought he'd cave. He didn't. Ever cut off toxic people for good? Drop your stories in the comments. This Reddit-style saga's a wrap.